about domestic abuse in a relationship. There are lots of forms of abuse. Sa ating kultura, hindi natin pinag-uusapan yan. Ibig bang sabihin, kapag wala akong bruise, okay ako? Hindi. There's mental abuse, and there's so many other things that are happening. So pag-usapan natin yan. Tita Norma, you were just talking about staying in a relationship that was loveless, really affected you for all these years.
Yes, it affected me, but again, I was working hard, and I made that decision, that commitment that I'll carry my cross with a smile. Wrong, till I had professional help. I went to 3 people. They all said, divorce him. I said, my God, I'm Catholic. Use your common sense. Finally, it was a Jesuit priest who told me, what the hell happened to you? Where's your common sense? Look at you. You're falling apart. Ang ganda-ganda ko, I was, what the hell are you talking about falling apart? You know? But I was falling apart. Did he care if I was falling apart? No, he didn't care. Hindi kita sinuntok eh. You know? And what if he comes from a background na huwag tayong mag-usapan hanggang doomsday? Kaya niya yun. We live in the same roof.
Hindi kayo nag-uusap.
And I will approach you when I only want to go to bed with you. And you have spousal rights. Yun ang nasa isip niya, asawa kita.
Dapat pag gusto kong...
Gusto ko. Okay?
Oo, magbigay ka.
Magbigay ka.
Oo.
Eh kaso kung nandidiri ka na, now what?
Paano na?
Paano na ngayon? That's what I was saying. Because when you know, see some women, I think it's the fault of the women too. Number 1, when you are abused, before you hop into bed with a man, you clear that out.
Pag-usapan.
Because to some women, our sexual organ is between our ears, not between the legs. And we don't know that.
Okay, all right. Wow. That's true, Tita Norma. Tama yan. Okay.
You said that so well.
Medyo naano ako doon, pero totoo yun. Ang babae, kailangan niruromansa. Diba? Hindi naman po pwedeng ngayon na, di ba?
Gusto ko asawa kita no? Si babae naman, sige, para wala na lang gulo, here we go. Tapos nagagalit ka. Then it piles up. Then one day, you'll say, you SOB, get the hell out.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about abuse. Like we said, there are many kinds of abuse, all right? Alison, in a same-sex relationship, is this prevalent? Does it happen?
Definitely it happens. I don't know all the statistics, but I know, just having been in the Los Angeles queer community, that I know that there are people who are survivors of partner abuse. I think that there's also a possibility within same-sex couplings for partners not to want to step forward, because I think the dominant narrative is a man will hurt a woman. You don't see 2 men hurt each other. You don't see 2 women hurt each other. I've also seen it where if the partner is not out to their family, part of the way the abuse can work is the threat of, I'm going to out you. Right? So as we talk about the varying parts of abuse, I think that all of the ways in which power, I feel like all of, what's been really great this month is we're thinking about relationships in all these different ways, and I feel like at the heart of abuse is power. And so at any level, if you are in a relationship where you are disempowered, where you are with a partner who is not looking out for what you need, but what they need, regardless of your sexual orientation, my hope would be that you would go to somebody you love and trust.
Yes, it has to be a two-way street.
And so what does that mean if you're not only dealing with challenges in your relationship, but then also the abuse? And so I think it doesn't matter whether you're in a straight relationship or a same-sex relationship, or even this like polyamorous relationship we were talking about earlier. I think it is really about personal safety and what does it mean, where is the moment where you decide not to bear the cross because you've been told that's the journey, but you have to have that moment as a survivor to say, I want to survive.
That's right. Alam mo, tayong mga Pilipina, this is a word we hear all the time. Martir.
Yes.
Martir. What does that mean, martir? Carol, it's very prevalent in our culture. As a woman, you're supposed to be strong Filipina woman na biglang nagmamartir ka na?
I know a lot of women in my mother's generation, aunties, my mom, talaga nagpapakamartir, stand by your man, that kind of thing, you know. And what's really bad about it is it's reproduced in the daughters, in the sons, in the children, and they think that's normal. Kaya paulit-ulit, it keeps getting repeated.
So how do we stop that cycle? Because I have a daughter, I don't want that to happen to her. Diba? A woman has to be able to stand up for her rights. But when you're in a relationship and it's very complex, diba? At nakikita nga nila yung mga magulang nila. Pag yung tatay, sinisigawan si nanay, wala naman sasabihin si nanay dahil, tatay mo yan eh. Wag na lang tayo mag-usap para walang gulo. So the daughter expects that that is the same template she uses in her relationship. How do we break that cycle? Tita Norma.
Okay, I don't know how to say this, but I came from a family wherein my dad encouraged me to speak up. My mom, on the contrary, kept telling me to shut up. So,
interesting.
Yeah, so there they were. My dad would tell my mom, if she cannot speak at home, do you expect her to go out and be able to defend herself and speak up?
That's interesting. Okay, when we return here on Kababayan Today, pag-uusapan natin yan to be able to express ourselves and talk about situations that make us uncomfortable in our community and in our culture. Here on Kababayan Today, don't go away.